Yay! Okay, so today we are going to discuss quadratic functions. Um, this is going to be our new lesson. Dapat kasi may pasok, kaya lang walang pasok. So, magre-record na lang ako ng video para maintindihan naman nating lahat kung ano ang dapat nyong gawin. Excuse me po. So, wait lang. Let's write the title. Key. Bakit ayaw? Ayan. Quadratic functions. Yay! Okay, so essentially the main difference between quadratic functions and quadratic equations is pag sinabi nating function, meron na tayong element ng y. So y is equal to, let's say, x squared plus 6x plus 8. So whereas pag sinabi kasi nating quadratic equation, it's just x squared plus 6x. Oops. Plus 8 equals 0. So, yan lang yung ating essential um, difference. Bakit kailangan na natin ng element ng y? Kasi ipapasok na po natin siya sa Cartesian coordinate plane. Yay! Mag-graph na tayo. Mag-graph tayo ng function, ng quadratic function. In fact, so, what are the basics? Number one, kailangan nyo malaman na ang quadratic function, ang kanyang graph po ay isang parabola. So, ang parabola po natin ay it's either this. My hands are really shaky, I'm sorry. Or opening upward. So, let's recall this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. So, you have a parabola that can open downward. Kapag opening downward siya, meron siyang maximum point. Tapos kapag opening upward naman, meron siyang minimum point. At ang tawag dyan sa dalawang yan ay vertex. Okay, so whether it is a minimum or maximum point, that's what you call a vertex. And then, excuse me, you also have to remember that all parabolas have an axis of symmetry. So yung green line, yan yung axis of symmetry. Or minsan, tinatawag siyang line of symmetry. So kapag sinabi nating symmetry, that means it creates a mirror image. Ibig sabihin, kapag yung parabola natin, finold natin yan sa kalahati along the line of the symmetry, magkamukha yung line na mabubuo natin. Okay? So, they are mirror images of each other dyan sa line na yan. So, why is that important? I'll let you know later kapag nandun na tayo sa, pag pinag-uusapan na natin yung graph mismo. Right now, we're going to focus on the equations muna. So, ang quadratic functions po natin ay meron tayong dalawang form. You have, of course, your, excuse me, you have your general form. Ito yung usual na nakikita natin. And then, you also have your standard form or tinatawag nating vertex form din. So, you will know why it's called the vertex form. Ang general form po natin is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. This is your general form. So, as I said, yan yung usual na nakikita natin. Ang standard form po natin, y is equal to a x minus h squared plus k, wherein yung hk po natin, yan yung ating vertex. So, kaya siya tinatawag na vertex form kasi you can easily find the vertex. Whereas, kapag yung general form, you still have to solve for your vertex. Kasi ang meron ka lang dyan ay si a, si b, at si c. Sa standard form, andyan din naman si a, kaya lang, mas like in the general form, kita rin kung nasan si A. Okay, so first thing that we have to learn is how to change from general form to vertex form. So let's do that. General to standard. Why is it important to know kung paano tayo magsuswitch from general to standard? Kasi para makita natin agad yung ating vertex. Kasi minsan, given this function, find the vertex. So how will you know? By changing. So let's have an example. Gamitin ko na lang yung binigay ko kanina. Y is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 8. So the key ingredient in solving is knowing completing the square. So yan ang essential sa ating transformation. Kailangan marunong po kayong mag-complete the square. Kasi if not, you will not be able to do this. Well, pwede naman pala kasi may formula naman. But anyway. This is going to be method number 1. So, si method number 1 is yung literal na transforming the equation. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to complete the square. So, pag tayo nagko-completing the square, ano yung ginagawa natin? Di ba, kinukuha natin yung middle term natin. We're going to divide it by 2. And then, we're going to square that. So, 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. Yan yung ilalagay natin dito. But, because this is a function, hindi tayo pwedeng basta-basta na lang mag-add, mag-subtract, mag-multiply, or mag-divide without harming or changing the function. Kasi when we do plus 9, we're actually changing the function already and we cannot do that. So, para ma-negate yung ginawa nating plus 9, maglalagay din ako ng minus 9 dito. Bakit? Kasi po kapag pinag-add natin yan, si 9 minus 9, that's just 0. So, essentially, you are just adding 0 to your function. And that won't really change our function kasi 0 lang naman siya. Okay? So, essentially, we're just doing a fancy way of adding 0. So, let's move on. Dahil ito na po ay perfect square trinomial, pwede ko na siyang isulat as x plus 3 squared. And then, I will simplify this. This is going to be 8 minus 9. Yan po ay negative 1. So, ito na po ang ating vertex form. So, pag nakuha na natin vertex form, ibig sabihin, pwedeng-pwede na natin kuhanin ang vertex. Ang vertex po natin ay itong dalawang numbers na ito. So, remember, kapag vertex form, yung h po natin ay mai-invert ng sign, pero si k ay mariretain. So, please remember. Wait lang, I want to use purple. In finding the vertex, yung h ay i-invert yung signs. At ayaw niya masyadong sumulat. H, invert signs. And then k, retain signs. So, yan po. So, please remember this para hindi tayo magkamali next time. Okay, so let's have another example para mas malinaw sa atin ang kailangan nating gawin. Again, method 1 pa lang po ito. I'm going to still introduce to you 2 other methods. So, let's have another example for method number 1. Let's say I have y is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 60. Bakit yan? Ewan ko. It's from the top of my head. I'm sorry. So, we'll do completing the square again. Since we're going to do completing the square again, we have to divide 4 by 2. You're gonna have negative 2 kasi negative 4 yan. And then, by squaring that, you're gonna get positive 4. So, yun pong i-add natin, x squared minus 4x plus 4. And as I said, kailangan i-negate natin siya by putting a negative 4 at the end as well. So, that means this is a perfect square trinomial. I can write it like this. And then I can simplify this as negative 64 minus 4 is negative 68. So, ayan na kagad ang ating vertex form, which means our vertex is at 2, negative 68. So, medyo malayo. But anyway, Yan na lang din yun. Please remember that whenever you are getting your h, you have to invert your sign, but for k, you have to retain the sign. So that is for method 1. Next, we have method number 2. Si method number 2 naman po ay gagamitan natin ng formula ang paghahanap. So, ang formula naman natin for h and k, meron actually tayong straightforward na formula. So, h is equal to negative b over 2a. And then k is 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So, medyo mas mahaba yung formula for k. But in any case, if you're going to use both of these, you're still going to end up with the same answer. Let me show you. Excuse me. Pasensya na po, medyo may sakit na naman tayo. Ay nako, hindi na ako nawala ng sakit. If I'm going to use y is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 8, that means ang a natin ay 1, ang b natin ay positive 6, at ang c natin ay positive 8. So if I'm going to look for h, that's going to be negative 6 over 2 times 1. So negative 6 divided by 2, that's negative 3. So as you can see, parehas lang yung nakuha natin. And then for k, I'm just going to substitute 4 times 1 times 8 minus b squared, that's 36 divided by 4 times 1. 8, 8, 16, 24, 32 minus 36. So that's negative 4 divided by 4, which will give us negative 1. Again, it's the same. So, our vertex, if you notice, hindi na tayo nag-invert ng signs. Kung ano yung nakuha natin, yun na po yung sagot, which is the same din naman dun sa nakuha natin kanina. Now, if tinatamad kayo mag-memorize ng formula at gusto nyo ng mas mabilis na method, I propose method number 3, wherein ang kailangan nyo lang kabisaduhin ay yung formula ni h, which is negative b over 2a. So, paano natin malalaman ang k? We are going to substitute into the function. Okay? So, anong mangyayari dyan? Using the same example, we're still using the same example, si y equals x squared plus 6x plus 8 para lang makita nyo in comparison. So, I'm going to solve for h, negative b over 2a, negative 6 over 2 times 1. We are still going to get negative 3. Now, the difference here is hindi nyo na kailangan kabisaduhin yung formula for k. You are just going to go back to your original function and then just substitute 3 or negative 3 into the x's. So, y is equal to negative 3 square, negative 3 plus 8. Y is equal to 9 plus negative 18 plus 8, and then you will find that you will still end up with the same answer. So, ganun pa rin po. Ang vertex pa rin natin ay negative 3, negative 1. So, whether you use any of these methods, either si method 1, si method 2, or si method 3, as you can see, you will still end up with the same answers. So, kayo na pong bahala kung anong gusto nyong method na gamitin. It's going to be up to you. Now, meron akong suggestion as to what to do or which method to use when presented with several types of problems. So, halimbawa, meron tayong second problem. Oops, why am I using red? Okay. So, let's say that our second problem is going to be... wait lang, naghanap lang ako ng problem, ha? Ito. 6, y, ano ba yan? Y equals x squared minus 6x minus 11. So, since our middle term is even, pag ang middle term natin ay even, pwede natin gamitin any of the methods. Okay? I highly suggest that you use the first method kasi para ma-transform nyo na kagad siya into our vertex form para makita nyo kagad si vertex. So, kung gagamitin ko yun doon, 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So I'm going to add 9 here and subtract 9 here. This is going to be x minus 3 squared, and then this is going to be negative 20. So as you can see, ang vertex natin ay positive 3 and negative 20. That is for the first example. Now, kapag naging ganito na yung example natin, meron na tayong value ng a that is more than 1. Halimbawa, ito, si negative 2 x squared plus 10x minus 3. I highly recommend that you use either method number 2 or number 3 para hindi na kayo mahirapan with transforming this equation. So, if we're going to use, let's say, method number 2, kung gagamitin ko ay method number 2, h is equal to negative b over 2a. So, negative 10 divided by 2 times negative 2, negative 10 over negative 4, or 5 halves. Ma'am, bakit ganon? Fraction? Fraction talaga. Wala kayong magagawa. Ganon talaga mga anak. 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So, 4 times negative 2 times negative 3 minus the square of 10, and then 4 times negative 2. This is going to give you 24 minus 100 over negative 8. 76, negative 76, negative 8. So this is going to be 38 over 4 or 19 over. So ayan na po ang ating h and k. So that means our vertex is 5 halves and 19 halves. So if you're going to be looking for the, kapag hiningi ay yung vertex form, so all you have to do is put this into your equation. So meron tayong y is equal to negative 2 po yung a natin times x minus h squared plus 19 over 2. So that is your k. So madali lang naman din gawin yung vertex form natin or yung standard form natin even if we use method 2 or method 3. And then for the fourth example, what if hindi even si, nandun sa gitna, let's say I have x squared minus 5x minus, excuse me, 14. So kapag hindi na siya even, syempre hindi mo na magagamit si method number 1. Pwede pa namang gamitin siya, kaya lang may hirapan ka na since you're going to be dealing with fractions. So I suggest that you use either method number 2 again or method number 3. This time, ang gagamitin ko po ay si method number 3. So, h is equal to negative b over 2a, negative 5 over 2 times 1. As you can see, fraction po ang ating h. That's perfectly fine. I will use method 3 for k. So, ipapasok ko po siya dito sa ating equation. 5 halves squared minus 5 times 5 halves minus 14. Parang nagkamali ako kasi fraction siya. Dapat yata yung ano na lang. Yung method number 2 na lang. But anyway, wala na tayong magagawa. Ito na yung ginawa ko. Paninindigan ko to. So this is going to be over 4, 25. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 25 is 50. And then 4 times 14 is 56. So, negative 25 times negative 56 is negative 81 over 4. So, hindi na natin siya masisimplify. Yan na yun. So, ito na po yung ating vertex. Vertex natin ay 5 halves and negative 81 over 4. Okay? So, I hope you got this right and I hope naintindihan nyo. Kung hindi man, balikan nyo na lang tong lesson na to, rewatch it or something. And then, because you watched this video, meron kayong secret activity. So, kapag hindi nyo pinanood to, hindi nyo malalaman na may secret activity. O, diba? Bongga. Ang secret activity po natin is worth 6 points. Yay! So, I want you guys to answer this on saan ba natin siya sasagutan? Let's say, short bond paper. Tapos, ang gagawin nyo lang ay change to standard form and find the vertex. So, if you made it this far, good luck. Very good. Umabot kayo dito sa end ng video at meron kayong pwedeng makuha na 6 points. You need to submit this by 5 p.m. today. Pag lumampas na ng 5 p.m. at di ko pa natatanggap, pasensya na, bye-bye 6 points. So, ito lang po ang kailangan nyong gawin. Y is equal to 3x squared plus 3x minus 5 over 4. Y is equal to x squared minus 7x minus 18. And y is equal to x squared plus 10x plus 21, I guess. Yeah. So, yan na po. Screenshot nyo na, mga anak. You're going to answer this on, again, short bond paper. Take a photo of it and then send it to me through private message by 5 p.m. So, you can send this either through Discord or through Messenger. So, again, take a screenshot. Huwag nyo namang i-chika to sa mga kaklase nyo, ha? Kailangan pinaghirapan nila, pinanood nila yung buong video para makita nila tong secret activity. Pero kung bait kayo, sige, go. Yung bahala, lugi kayo doon pag ganun. Anyway, yun lang. So, I'll see you guys on the next lesson. Bye!